looked at the market, they'd be like, okay, it has broken the bottom. Now we have the October series coming in. The first day it's good, and it's a Friday.
Yeah, and it's also, I guess, everybody associates head of equity research at William O'Neill and Rahul Sharma, market strategist and head of research at Equity99 advisors join in. Gentlemen, good afternoon to both of you. Our first query comes in from Mayank Rai. He's written to us from Mumbai. He has 202 shares of Z Entertainment, which he has bought at 204 rupees. His investment horizon is 6 months and he wants to know what to do. So he's making some loss, but I wonder why you'd buy Z for such a short time horizon. Mayuresh, what would you recommend that he does? Okay, I don't think we can hear Mayuresh. I think you've put us on mute. We were having a lovely chat and you'd want to miss all of it. So it's over to Rahul for now. We'll come back to you, Mayuresh, in a bit.
Okay, for Mr. Mayank Rai, for Z Entertainment, now its fortune will change as old chairman has stepped down from the company. And we are expecting good, strong growth, strong time again in like 12 to 24 months. And company has already cleaned its balance sheet in last 2 quarters. FPI holding is more than 67%, is holding more than 67% stake in this company. And after a long span, we are witnessing that for the first time, stock has made high top, which is a trend changing indication. Mr. Mayank can hold his position with a stop loss of rupees 177. We are expecting a price of rupees 225 in short term. And if at all this price range gets crossover, then it will go to 250 and 260 levels in next 6 months.
All right, 250 to 260 levels for the next 6 months. So that's the view coming in. I believe Mayuresh has still not put his button off mute. So now you're saying that he put us on mute. I think he has put... we can't hear his lovely conversations.
You know what they say in Hindi? The answer to this is "Aam khao, gutliyan mat gino." You know what I meant, right?
Yes, okay, he is laughing. He can hear us. Now we want us to hear him. Mayuresh, go ahead.
So you can hear me now, right, guys?
Yeah.
Yes, finally.
नहीं आम भी खाएंगे सुबह और गुटली का भी मजा उठाएंगे.
Okay.
So for Z, I think.
But first, you have to earn your living. Give us the answer first.
Yes. So yeah, it's in a very tricky spot, Z. But clearly, what happens in the result?
Misplaced. Everyone is believing that Bharti will be one of the stronger players in the telecom space. But over the last few weeks, the big decline that we've seen is taken a lot of bulls down on Bharti, and he's sitting on a loss of over 1.5 lakh. What do you think he should do?
You're absolutely right, Mangalam. I think large expectations after Q1 results. And
to us from Idukki, Kerala, he has 1,000 shares of BEL, which he has bought at 146. He's been holding it now for about 2.5 years, so making losses there. But he's a long-term investor and wants to know what to do. Rahul, what does he do right now? Does it make sense perhaps to buy a little more, or should he exit?
Okay. For Mr. Ramesh, see sir, this is a PSU stock and we are very much bullish on defense PSUs as it is in favor. And BEL is a strong fundamental company with order book of above 50,000 crores. And technically also this stock is looking very strong. Stock has made a low near rupees 60 levels and has shown strong recovery till 118. And now it is trading around 90-95 levels. So the chart suggests that it is very good entry point right now, and you should average near 85 to 90 levels and hold your position with a stop loss of rupees 78. Stock may touch rupees 125 and 130 levels in next 6 months. So if you do average near 85 and 90 levels, you may exit with a profit of at around 125 and 130 levels if the stock reaches that level. To Mr.
All right, that's the view coming in. But gentlemen, can't keep your eye away from the market. We're back at the high point of trade today, above 11,020 on the Nifty. At the same time, we have the Nifty Bank, which is sitting with a gain of almost 400 odd points at the high point for that index as well. And the mid-cap index, market breadth, looking extremely positive with 4 stocks in the green for 1 in the red. And all this, remember, is despite some weakness that we're seeing in the European markets. All the European indices
Advising our viewers on what they should do with their investments. The next query comes in from Nilan Sahni, who's written to us from Pune. He has 250 shares of GAIL, which he has bought at 136 rupees, been holding for a year, is a long-term investor and wants to know what to do. So Myresh on GAIL, and also as we take that news, Mangalam, it's, still building on the gains in the market. We're now at the highs and a very nice sharp spike coming in to wrap up the trading session. But anyway, Myresh, back to you on GAIL. What would you recommend?
Oh yes, and it's a wonderful sight to see the market.
Fair point. That's the view coming in on GAIL. Sumera, you were talking about the market. Looks like it has been risen by a couple of factors. The first one is the Nifty Bank, which is now currently sitting above that 400-point mark, and that's primarily because of a few heavyweights doing well. HDFC Bank, that's at the high point of trade, and alongside that we have ICICI Bank, which has moved higher as well. But the other factor was Reliance. All through this week, Reliance has seen a 5% cut, and it's a big weight on the index today as well. For most part of the day, it was benign, and the intraday chart will tell you that in just the last few minutes we've seen a bit of an uptick on Reliance, and when that 15% is written to us from West Bengal, holds 50 shares of ADF Foods at 453 rupees. He wants to know whether to hold or sell. Rahul, fundamentally there are a lot of things going for ADF Foods. It's packaged foods, it exports a fair amount of pickles, etc. The stock has done rather well as well, but it's off his buy price. Do you think his buy price will come anytime soon and he should continue to hold?
Yeah, okay. So Mr. Uday, the stock is trading around, was trading around rupees 130 in March 2020 and has made a high of rupees 459 on 21st September 2020, very recently. So, and you bought the stock at the peak level where it is normally profit booking is done. And the stock in long-term bull run, it has a strong support zone near 375 levels. So if at all the stock comes down, try to average out near 375 levels and hold your position for 6 months with a stop loss of rupees 355. Stock may touch your buying levels very soon, sir.
Okay, the next query is from Syed Zahid Parvez, who's written to us from Jharkhand. He has 300 shares of Tata Steel at 395. A short-term investor wants to know what to do. Rahul, on Tata Steel for the short term, what would you recommend to Mr. Parvez?
Sumera, see, we are expecting huge volatility in metal stocks in next 1.5 months. So short-term traders should stay away from metal stocks right now. Tata Steel is looking oversold, so 1 or 2 bounce may come, but Mr. Syed should try to exit around 375 levels on the bounce back as short-term trend has become negative in this counter.
All right. On that note, we'll thank both Myresh as well as Rahul for stopping by and helping all our viewers with their queries and wish them a good weekend as well. Definitely the Friday for the market looks good right now. The last crucial hour coming up next. With that, we have run out of time on this edition of Your Stocks, but you do